first section we're going to do is just the shelf under my cage. This is a lac coffee table from Ikea, and as you can see, it holds a bunch of different stuff from treats and cleaning supplies to their food, and then there's bedding. So let's get started on this. Okay, so on the front are all my jars of food. The green are mix-ins, the pink ones are treats, and then the turquoise ones are just food add-ins. And then I have a container of crickets and mealworms, and then a container of Harlem blocks, which are also their food. And I just got these jars at Ikea, and then that jar is from Ikea. And in the back, there is a extra jar full of sunflower seeds, which is also from Ikea. And then a container of oxbows, which is from Dollar Tree. Okay, and then under the shelf unit, I keep these 3 little buckets in the front that just have different things in it. This blue one has treats, and these are typically my treats that I feed most often. There is a bag of Whimsies in it, a bag of millet seeds, shelled peanuts. Then I keep this little zippy bag, so if I give them a treat in their cage, like a cookie or something, they don't eat it all, or I don't want them to eat it all, I can just put this in the zippy bag to keep it fresh, to give it to them again later. Then I have a bag of Purina's apple crisps, or flips, and then a bag of Timothy hay biscuits. Then the green bucket has my rarer treats in it, and there are just these 2 containers of Gerber Puffs, which I already have some in a jar, so I just keep the extras in their little containers. Then there is a bag of the Animal Lovin's Teddy Bake cookies, a bag of peanuts, which I also already have these in a container, so I don't have to worry about needing this bag unless I'm refilling it. And then in this zippy bag, there are some corn on the cob treats from PetSmart, as well as some oat sprays. So I just keep these all in a zippy bag. And then the purple container is my cleaning container, which just has all kinds of cleaning supplies and random supplies. I have, first off, my big blue scoop, which I use to get out dirty bedding, and I got this at Big Lots. Then I have a dustpan set that I got from Walmart that I also use in the cage. Some little random sponges that I actually got from scrubby holders I bought, so I just have put them towards cleaning. Then I have a container of Velcro. Then there is some little diabetic test strips. Then there is this container which just holds a bunch of different scoops for me. I have some measuring spoon leftovers from Dollar Tree. I have a little yellow scoop from a litter set. These 2 little adorable scoops from different litter sets. I just have a plastic spoon. Then I have this little collection of my scoops from Party City that I just use for different things, from food to sand, and I'd like to have them in every color so they can match whatever I need. So there's just some of them. And then in the bottom I have this little set of 3 tiny scoops, which are jewelry shifters that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I can also use these for sand. And then in the bucket I've got all these different labels, which as you can see I use for different things like that, and I have all different kinds of colors. I absolutely love these, and they're super cheap and easy, and I got them from Party City, so I just store them in here. And then lastly, it's just a set of nail clippers that I use on the hamsters if needed. And then it's very dark, but this is what the shelf looks like under it. I also store some more stuff under here. And then lastly is this pretty little corally pink bucket from Dollar Tree that I just go ahead and keep pretty much any new treats or chews in that I have not opened yet, just because I'm running out of room in the drawer that I keep the open stuff in. So I have a pack of Super Pet Music Chews, a Super Pet S'mores Chews. Then I have these, which are open unfortunately, and they spilled out everywhere, but there are these little chews that I would not suggest buying for your hamster because they are super small, and I did not know that when I bought them online. Then I have a little pack of the Petco vegetable chews, soda chews. Then I have a little mat from a old Super Pet playpen, just a little thing that has some tube sets on it. Then these little clings for your aquarium. Then I have the Petco trees, flowers, and little turn-up set. Okay, on the left-hand side of the shelf, I keep my walnut shelled bag, which is stuff I honestly don't even use. I don't know what else to do with it. Probably will just end up getting rid of it, but it stays here for now. And then beside that is my container of sand that I use for the dishes. And it just looks like this inside, just with a little scoop that matches and just this little container that sits next to the shelf. Okay guys, behind the shelf is where I keep all of my colored bedding at. I have a bag of white KT, a bag of purple Carefresh, there is a bag of hay back there. And then from this side there is a bag of blue Carefresh, which is Walmart's brand. Then there is a bag of green Carefresh, the coral/orange Carefresh from All Living Things, which is PetSmart's brand. And then behind that is just an unopened bag of purple Carefresh. Okay, now for the top of this shelf, we're going to start taking the stuff out that you can see on this side. The first two things are just these two little containers that I keep here that I can easily use to get a hamster out of a cage if I need to. I just keep both of these here. Then there's this container, which I use to keep some of the crafting supplies. Just a bunch of dowels and stuff like that in there. And I just keep this in a cute little container I got at Dollar Tree. Then I have two little ovo dens, which I also use to get a hamster out of a cage if I need to. And then lastly, I have these two ovo transport units that I also use to get a hamster out. So I just find it easy to keep all of these different things on the back of this shelf. One, there's room for it. And two, I can just pick what's easier to get the hamster out of. Then I keep this little container in here that has two ovo windows and two ovo rings. That way I just have these right here so I can just pick what I need, depending on if I'm using one of the ovo transport units for a hamster. So I just keep those there. And then here on the side is my step stool, which just folds up. And then on the shelf are their food mix containers, which are both from Dollar Tree. And this is just Higgins and Nat Geo. Okay, next is the set of drawers that I also keep hamster stuff in, 3 of them. So let's get started in those. So first, on the side, I just have some cardboard playpens of various sizes that I use just depending on what kind of thing I'm doing, if I'm blocking off my room or a photo shoot or just a playpen, so I just keep those there. Alright, the very top drawer in our first drawer is our dishes, which is quickly outgrowing it, but any of the smaller dishes I just go ahead and keep in here. We have the little orange cauldron pot, little Monsters Inc. bowl. Then I have all these cute little Michael's dishes. These two humongous owl plates. Just some little IKEA dishes, as well as a little tiny turquoise one from PetSmart. Then there's some little water bottles from PetSmart. Then some little plates from World Market. A little white Mrs. Teapot's plate, as we call it, and a little yellow one as well, which is definitely a whole lot bigger. Then there's this cute little dish from World Market as well. There is this little butterfly plate. Then another little one that matches the World Market dish, and then a little chevron bowl from Target, and then a little turquoise bowl. We call it the Stitch Bowl from PetSmart. Then there's just more water bottles and guards back here. Then a little stack of ones you normally get like in a Critter Trail one, or you can buy separately. We just have a bunch of different ones of those. Then a little polka dotted kind of dish from Michael's, I believe, or World Market, one of the two. Then a little cake stand. Then a little green bowl, which I think we also have a pink and yellow one. Then a little pink plaid kind of one from Michael's. And then lastly is just this little pretty blue one with flowers from Michael's. Then the second drawer, which is probably one of my favorite drawers, is all the colorful wood toys, which is definitely taking over this whole drawer. Alright, so starting off on the top is just a little wood bridge. Then I have some of the little rattle balls. Then a little chews. Then I have a zippy bag full of colorful chews, just all different kinds of one. Then I have some loofahs and woven chews and another zippy bag. Then I have some of the little soda chews that are already open. Then I just have some other random toys like a knit knobbler, a carrot, a little carousel one, a little princess sign, the little kid looking rainbow one, And then each of these tubes also has zippy bags in it. That way I get the most out of my space. So like this one has the little wood blocks that have letters on it, as well as the colored pencils. And this is just in the Monster Ink tube. The little orange tube has one that has different little apple orchard sticks and the little like seagrass one. And then the little red and blue tube has little mineral chews in it that has like the cupcake and the ice cream. And then here on the side I have a swing set that really sucks and I don't use. That I just have in the back a bunch of the different little like houses and stuff you can buy from like PetSmart, as well as a little puzzle playground kind of one you can make. Then there is the seesaw, and then in the back are the Monster Ink chew blocks. Then our third and last drawer is our wood drawer, which just pretty much holds all the wood toys at the moment. We have the little cottage, the little tunnel. I have a little set to the 3-pack. This little one they can chew out. Then there is the little chewable Eco Log one. Then the 2 Monster Ink ones in the corner, and then just 2 PetSmart ones here. Alright, next guys is the closet where I keep a majority of my supplies for the hamster. I have a set of cubes here, as you can see, that stores stuff, as well as a set of cubes on this side of the closet, which also holds a bunch of stuff. We'll start off with these cubes, and I'll move the clothes so you can see the top of it a little bit better. Okay guys, now the clothes are moved so you can see the top of the shelf a whole lot better. It doesn't really bother me on a normal basis since I like that I have the use of this top shelf, but at least you guys can see it. So on the top I keep this Ovo unit, which I normally let the hamster play in here when I'm cleaning their cage. Then I have this purple container from Dollar Tree that I have little containers from Dollar Tree in that holds a bunch of different things. I have some Ovo rings, some more Ovo rings, then just little like plugs and stuff for critter trails. This one that has some Ovo windows in it, which the lid is just magically missing. And then this last one has little plugs for critter trail cages as well. And then this pink one just has all of my critter trail tube rings, which I try to keep them organized by color, but it's a little hard to do in this open container, but there those are. And on the floor I have my bag of Harlem shredded aspen. This is a very, very big bag when you first open it. It's a little smaller now that I've cut the bag down as I've gotten further down, but it does take up a lot of space, so I end up normally keeping it in here, so it's a little bit out of my way. I'm thinking about changing to a like big container like I keep the holiday toys in, just to see if that would be better. I think it would look nicer, but I'm not exactly sure where I'd put it though. So there is that. Okay guys, starting on this shelf, which is probably my favorite just because it has all of the colored toys and such. On this very top corner on this very first cube are all my little ceramic houses, which are mostly all from eBay, and then those are from a PetSmart, and I just like to keep those all color organized up here. Then on the shelf below it is my saucers. And then the one on this end has all my ceramic houses. Normally this will also have the mushroom and the frog one. And then the one on the bottom is just my different wheels. Okay, now let's start with the drawers in the middle, which hold all the toys, which the drawers are from Target and the little cubes are from Big Lots, by the way. But these are my big toys. These are most of the toys that don't really fit anywhere else because they are pretty big. I have this one, which is smaller, but it doesn't fit in the other drawer right now. And then these, which are all the bigger toys. We have like trains, a slide, a little unit from a critter trail cage, and just jars and stuff, you know, just all the bigger toys that don't fit so easily in other places. And then this one with all the hideouts, which is very jam-packed right now. But inside of it are just a bunch of different colorful hideouts. There's the hippo and the elephant and just igloos and couches and beds. And just all of that stuff. You know, as I said, if you guys want to see a toy collection video, I'll be happy to do that, because I know this video will be very long already. Alright guys, and then there are these cubes, which are on this side of my closet when you first walk in, and I also use this for storage for hamster stuff right now. There's some open spots I use for my, you know, clothes and purses and stuff, but I could always eventually turn these into hamster stuff if I need to. So let's start on this first cube, which has a bunch of different stuff right now. There's a bag with crafting supplies in it, just for like dowels and stuff like that. Then this little bath that I made a long time ago. And then there's just some bigger bowls, which definitely do not fit in the dish drawer I have right now. And then these are all puzzle playground pieces. These are the frames organized by colors, and then the actual little windows as well. So those are all in there. And then this container actually is also from Dollar Tree, as well as those. This one is just full of all the Ovo Dwarf stuff. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of it because I don't really use it as much as I wanted to. So like this, it's just full of windows and stuff for it. So yeah, that's what that whole entire container is right here. And I'm just storing it here for now. And then these are my tubes. Alright, the first drawer is all of my straight tubes, which is a very full drawer and very colorful, as you can see. These are just pretty much any Ovo or Critter Trail tubes that are straight pieces. And then the second drawer is definitely a little bit crazier, but it's all my Ovo pieces, as well as all of my colored pieces that are corners and such. So you have the Ovos on the top. And then under those, as you can see, are the more colorful tubes for Critter Trails. Okay guys, and lastly are these like 66 quart tubs that I keep the rest of our stuff in. I have 2 for holiday stuff, and as you guys have seen in the holiday collection video, then you've seen all of this. So one stays under my bed and one stays out in our utility room, and I just swap these out through the year depending on the holiday. And this one, which is pretty much all of my giant big toys, which I will show you guys. Okay guys, so let's try to get through this quickly. I have a little Ovo Happy Trail maze set, some big bowls, some rocks, this little Ovo unit, a little wood house, this little castle set, some stairs from Stitch's old cage setup, some little ice cream dishes. This, which is just full of just honestly random different things that I pretty much never use, but there is that. A little castle from Michaels, and I have 2 of these. Nestable materials. One of the old levels that I use sometimes, that I made. The top of the castle. I have one of these little Critter Trail set things. I have a humongous spaceship, another giant rock, some of the legs for an old level, the other castle, some Monster Inc. tubes, which I actually have a couple of these because we got them on like super clearance for like less than $1. Then there is this unit from the Critter Trail as well. And then lastly is the other half of the bookshelf unit from Ikea that we use as a level. And then under it, it's more tubes. And just a bunch of the different cardboard things that I've saved from different stuff for whatever reason. Okay guys, so that is pretty much it for my hamster organization video. I'm sorry that it was so long. There's just so many pieces and details to it. But I pretty much think I got everything. I do keep things like wrapping paper that I use for backdrops just in our Christmas and birthday wrapping paper containers. I just sneak those in there. Things like lights that I keep on the cage, I keep in a photo / scrapbooking craft box like you get from Michaels. And then some of them I keep in my personal holiday supplies container. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know. As well as letting me know if you want to see a hamster toy collection video. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Bye!